Hi, this is Jed Norwood with forexstrategysecrets.com with another video from the Forex Profit Classroom. I wanted to share with you the concept of understanding how to recognize a market reversal versus a retracement. This question was asked of us today in our trading room session, and I felt that it was important enough that I wanted to make a video for everybody to see. This is one key that if you can understand what to look for, just some of the basic subtle little things in the trends and in the charts you're looking at, you can be able to make that judgment a little bit more crisper and a little bit more clearly. Here you can see I'm in the Aussie US. This is the week chart, and I've drawn two lines here that represent the market movement and the momentum. You can see that they're going opposite directions. So there's divergence in the market. That's your first clue that something's not quite where you want it to be, or that there's a potential reversal, a slowdown in the market. Now, sometimes a reversal happens and several retracements will happen in between the time you get the reversal and the full move. So, one of the other things you want to look for is with your momentum indicators, what's going on right here? That cross, the zero line, that's a good indication. And understanding what leg you're in. I talk about this all the time about knowing when you're in leg 2. I like to see that we are right probably at a leg 2. This is probably a very good place to consider looking at this being an entry for this position. But I don't want to just take this chart for face value. I want to look at the other time frames to verify that and to see if I can demonstrate to you exactly what a reversal is versus a retracement. So I'm going to go down to the day chart, and you're going to see this segment of the chart from the week chart. Okay, you can see here that top and then that there, those were the two hills that we saw on the week chart. Now you can see that we clearly had a big trend change here, because again we had this happening here. So that was a good clue. So that makes this a reversal to this trend. And it shows here that it didn't really do anything to make a big change. This is still the trend. This was a reversal attempt again. It crossed, which made it a trend change. Then again, we had the trend change again. So you see the trend changes here. The overall trend still on the week chart is down, so the trend in general is down in the day chart. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and see the same thing. Okay, you can see here that we are definitely dealing with a downtrend overall in the 4-hour chart. Very few movements above the zero line here. Lots of long, strong bars on the downside. So that's another indication, is what side are these indicators mostly hanging out on. That tells you if you're dealing with a trend direction or just a trend retracement. Okay? Retracement movement, did turn into a trend change, but then it quickly went back because in the larger time frames we are dealing with a general downtrend. So recognizing what trend you're in the larger time frames can often help you determine whether you're retracing the market or cross-trading this, or if you are actually trading the trend itself and seeing a true reversal. Okay, going down to the 1-hour time frame, it's going to get a little bit tricky here because we're dealing with a lot of data. So let's just look at what we can see on the screen. Now, chart-wise, I think I'm in a downtrend overall, but I'm biased because I know that the larger time frames are down. But I look here, I've got a trend reversal here on the 1 hour, which anything between the 4-hour and the 1 hour is going to be, in my opinion, the difference between large time frames and small time frames, large trends or overall trends versus small trends or noisy trends inside the larger trends. So with that said, you've got long-term movement in a short-term market. Okay, this is a retracement in my opinion, even though it shows that telltale sign. Could it be the beginning of something? Possibly, but it's going to wave up through the time frames so that you are looking for those setups to follow. If they don't follow and they keep going in the direction of the trend that you see, then you know that that is another indication that you're dealing with just a retracement or a potential reversal, depending upon what you see. Here I would say this is just a retracement. Now let's go down to the 30-minute. Now again, here we're just seeing the last day's worth of data, and in this particular day I've noticed this pattern right here. More divergence. On the long side, we know that the larger time frames are downtrends, so that to me would have been a signal that we're dealing with this being a true reversal on this particular segment. In fact, I am going to actually place myself a trade right now. I see a 5-alarm trade, and I don't want to lose the opportunity here. Alright, moving on. I'll set my stop here in a few minutes. I wanted to finish this up for you. Going down to the 15-minute, again you can see some great trends here, all trading in the direction of the larger time frame. All these are retracement trades. So you can see that you could be trading both directions of this market if you know what you're looking for. You can trade with the trend, against the trend, with the trend, against the trend, with the trend, against the trend. But you can also notice that there is another pattern I'm noticing here, that everything that's with the trend seems to be a lot smoother than that is against the trend. You had a little bit of sideways here, but it finally gave in, had a nice smooth run, and then you had a really nice move up, a nice move down, a rough move up, a nice move down, a rough move up, a nice move down. So you can see that there's some more patterning there to help you make decisions. Again, keep in mind that the smaller time frames you're in, the more noise you're going to have, so you need to be able to judge it based on what is the overall trend. Remember, we're in a big river here. There's more than one current pulling the water downstream. There's the undercurrent, there's the waves on top of the water, and we're dealing with a mixture of both. And so we're playing with this particular raging river, being the large movement, or the large time frames, and the large movement that you're going to see in the river. You know, which way is the river going to turn? Is it going to turn around that bend, or is it going to go straight through the mountain? Well, it's obviously going to turn the bend, but all the little ripples and stuff on top of the water are going to be these lower time frames. You're still going in the direction of the major trend, so you need to keep that in mind. So hopefully this was helpful for you. This is Jed with ForexStrategySecrets.com, wishing you happy trading.